Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the news at 9. The headlines. India expresses solidarity with China over novel coronavirus outbreak, offers assistance to deal with the situation. Final figures released by Election Commission show 62.59% voter turnout in Delhi Assembly polls. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says government will continue to engage with stakeholders and industry to fulfill Prime Minister's vision of New India. Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat campaign for celebrating unity and diversity to start from tomorrow across the country. And in Under-19 Cricket World Cup, chasing a target of 178, Bangladesh were 147 for 7 against India at Potchefstroom in South Africa. India has offered assistance to China to deal with the novel coronavirus outbreak. Official sources said in a letter to Chinese President Xi Jinping, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed solidarity with the President and the people of China over the outbreak of the virus in the country. He conveyed India's appreciation for China's assistance in evacuation of Indians from Hubei province. Mr. Modi offered India's assistance to China to face the challenge besides conveying condolences at the unfortunate loss of lives due to the outbreak. He also conveyed to President Xi Jinping his appreciation for facilitating evacuation of Indian citizens from the Hubei province. Health Ministry today said more than 9,400 people are presently under community surveillance in 32 states and union territories following the novel coronavirus outbreak. Universal screening for all flights from Singapore and Thailand besides Hong Kong and China is already ongoing at earmarked aero bridges. The screening of passengers is now on in all 21 airports, international seaports and border crossings. As of now, 1,818 flights and over 1,97,000 passengers have been screened at 21 airports. Health Ministry is extending all the possible support to the states and union territories in order to combat the situation. A total of 1,510 samples have been tested and 1,507 samples were found negative except for 3 samples which are tested positive already from Kerala. Meanwhile, the aviation regulator DGCA has said that foreigners who went to China on or after January 15th will not be allowed to enter India. The Director General of Civil Aviation reiterated that all visas issued to Chinese nationals before February 5th have been suspended. Among Indian airlines, Air India and Indigo have suspended all of the flights between the two countries. China has reported 2,656 new cases of coronavirus and 89 new deaths yesterday. The total numbers of confirmed cases are 37,251 in China and around 320 abroad. Total deaths 812 in China and 1 abroad. 2,651 patients have been discharged. 28,942 are suspected cases in China. Final voter turnout in Delhi Assembly elections is 62.59%. Elections to the 70-member Delhi Assembly were held yesterday. Briefing media in New Delhi this evening, Delhi Chief Electoral Officer Ranveer Singh said in the 2015 Assembly polls, Delhi had recorded a voter turnout of 67.47%. He said the lowest voter turnout of 45.4% was recorded in Delhi Cant and the highest of 71.6% was recorded in Balimaran constituency. The polling percentage in Okhla constituency was 58.84%. On delay in announcing voting percentage, the Delhi Chief Electoral Officer said that it is very important to ensure accuracy.
जो ये डेटा है ये आता है पोलिंग स्टेशन से प्रिजाइडिंग ऑफिसर जो डेटा सबमिट करते हैं उसके आधार पर फिर सिस्टम में इस डेटा को डाला जाता है तो असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी वाइज ये डेटा सिस्टम में सुबह से डालने की प्रक्रिया चल रही थी और अब वो प्रक्रिया समाप्त हो गई है और हमारा जो वोटर टर्नआउट आया है वो है 62.59%। आप सब जानते हो कि लोकसभा इलेक्शन में हमारा टर्नआउट 60.5% था सो इट इज स्लाइटली मोर देन दैट इज अबाउट 2% मोर देन दैट।
Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa reached Varanasi today and offered prayers at the famous Kashi Vishwanath temple. He praised the works going on for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's dream project, Kashi Vishwanath Corridor. He later visited Baba Kal Bhairav temple that is considered as Kashi ke Kotwal. Mr. Rajapaksa arrived in Varanasi at the Lal Bahadur Shastri Airport and was given a warm welcome by senior officials. He, along with the high-level delegation of Sri Lankan officials, then went to the Kashi Vishwanath temple, where they participated in the puja in the sanctum sanctorum of the temple. After a brief halt at the hotel, Mahinda Rajapaksa visited Sarnath, 10 kilometers from Varanasi, and paid tributes at the Dhamek Stupa, where Lord Buddha gave his first sermon to 5 disciples after attaining enlightenment. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has announced an internship scheme for the 10th, 12th and graduating students of the state to brighten employment prospects of these students. Addressing a job fair organized by the Department of Labour and Employment Exchange in Gorakhpur today, the Chief Minister said that the state government will bring the internship scheme this year itself. He said under the scheme, students will be linked to various technical institutes and industries. He said during the internship of a period of 6 months or a year, each participating youth will be given 2,500 rupees as honorarium every month. Out of this, 1,500 rupees will be given by the central government and 1,000 rupees by the state government. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that the government will continue to engage with stakeholders in industry to fulfill Prime Minister's vision of New India. Interacting with trade and industry representatives in Kolkata on Budget 2020 today, she said the government's role will be that of a technology facilitator. She said that the vision of New India will be successful with initiatives in entrepreneurial and digital India arena. The minister said that the government will continue to take steps for effective governance with ease of doing business. Ms. Sitharaman also pitched for rationalization of GST rates once a year, not every 3 months, as was the trend so far.
We've literally proposed to the GST Council, literally in the sense not formally, as a part of a small discussion, we said, can we consider a situation where once in a year alone, we would do any rate rationalization, reduction or increase and everything else, not every 3 months. We'll do. But if you do it every 3 months, both business and government remain uncertain.
The 18-day-long focused Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat campaign will get underway from tomorrow across the country. The campaign, been organized by the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, will continue till the 20th of this month. Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat promotes the spirit of national integration through a deep and structured engagement between all Indian states and union territories. At the launch of Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat program in 2016, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated that the initiative can build bonds between the people of various states of the country.
हमने हमारे देश को जानना चाहिए, जीना चाहिए, हमें अपना विस्तार करना चाहिए। मैं किसी एक राज्य में भले पैदा हुआ, एक भाषा में भले पढ़ा बढ़ा, लेकिन ये मेरा देश है, सब कुछ मेरा है, मुझे उसके साथ जुड़ना चाहिए। ये गौरव का भाव हमें एकता के मंत्र को जीने के लिए रास्ता दिखाता है।
Our correspondent reports that Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat is a unique program celebrating the unity and diversity of India. It also intends to strengthen the fabric of traditionally existing emotional bonds between the people of the country. Showcasing and highlighting the rich heritage of culture, cuisines, crafts and customs and traditions of 36 states and union territories is the central idea behind Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat. In Odisha, at least 9 people were electrocuted to death and 30 others injured when a bus caught fire after coming in contact with a live power transmission 11 kV line in the Golanthara area of Ganjam district this afternoon. All the injured have been admitted to nearby MKCG Medical College and Hospital in Behrampur. Preliminary information suggested that the luggage carrier at the top of the bus came in contact with the transmission line. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik expressed his condolence and announced ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each to the next of kin of the deceased and free medical treatment to the injured persons. In Kashmir Valley, the administration has sanctioned 125 community bunkers with an aim to build shelters and safeguard human lives from the arbitrary shelling by Pakistan. The bunkers have been sanctioned for Kupwara and Baramulla district of North Kashmir. These bunkers have been sanctioned to these districts because of the proximity to the line of control, LOC. As per Divisional Commissioner Kashmir Bashir Ahmed Khan, the bunkers will be built in these districts as these are prone to cross-border shelling. The bunkers will be built at the cost of 25 crore rupees. In Jammu and Kashmir, an unknown gunman shot dead one person at his home in Tral town of South Kashmir's Pulwama district this evening. A police spokesman told AIR that a case has been registered in this regard and investigations have started. Details are waited. A series of National Lok Adalats, first in the year 2020, were held in all the courts across Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh regions, including both wings of the High Court. The Adalats were held under the aegis of the National Legal Services Authority, NLSA. Member Secretary J&K Legal Services Authority said more than 13,500 cases were taken up by 124 benches constituted for the day-long Lok Adalats. In Kashmir Valley, police have filed an FIR against the banned separatist organization Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front JKLF for asking people to observe strike today and on February 11th. A police spokesman said that the statement issued by the affiliates of the banned organization was an attempt to incite violence and disturb law and order situation in the valley. He said a case in this regard has been filed at a local police station. Well-known Hindi novelist and Padma Shri awardee Giriraj Kishore passed away today in Kanpur following a cardiac arrest at his residence. He was 83 years old and is survived by his wife, 2 daughters and a son. His last rites will be performed tomorrow. Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath expressed grief over the death of Giriraj Kishore. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has expressed happiness that Martini Films, Ping Jaguars Entertainment and a couple of co-producers will invest $1 billion over 5 productions in India, which includes movies on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and on the First War of Indian Independence. Mr. Javadekar today released the first look of the biopic of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in New Delhi today. A joint venture of Hollywood and Tollywood, the feature film made on the iconic People's President of India will be released by the end of this year. India have set a victory target of 178 runs for Bangladesh in the summit clash of the Under-19 World Cup being played at Potchefstroom in South Africa. India were all out for 177 in 47.2 overs. Yashasvi Jaiswal scored 88 runs of 121 balls. Earlier, Bangladesh keeper Akbar Ali won the toss and elected to field. Chasing the target, Bangladesh for 154 for 7 in 38 overs a short while ago. India unbeaten in the tournament so far, winning their all 5 matches. In the semi-final on Tuesday, India defeated arch rivals Pakistan by 10 wickets. The Indian men's hockey team lost 2-3 to world champions Belgium in the second match of the 2-leg FIH Pro League at Bhubaneswar today. India had earlier defeated Belgium 2-1 in the first leg at the Kalinga Stadium yesterday. India now plays second in the standings of the second edition of the FIH Pro League with 8 points from 4 games, while Belgium are at the top with 14 points from 6 games. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 23rd of this month. It will be the 62nd episode of the monthly radio program. In a tweet, Mr. Modi invited people to share the ideas and topics he should address on the 62nd episode of Mann Ki Baat. The News Services Division of All India Radio in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak on 10/2/2020 will bring a discussion on Sankramak Rogo Ki Rokthaam or Upchar. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in a studio on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. I repeat, 1800-115767. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India expresses solidarity with China over novel coronavirus outbreak, offers assistance to deal with the situation. Final figures released by Election Commission show 62.59% voter turnout in Delhi Assembly polls. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says government will continue to engage with stakeholders and industry to fulfill Prime Minister's vision of New India. Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat campaign for celebrating unity and diversity to start from tomorrow across the country. And in Under-19 Cricket World Cup, chasing a target of 178, Bangladesh were 156 for 7 in 38 overs against India at Potchefstroom in South Africa. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.